Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. We've been your community connection since 1991. I'm Deb Gillard, your host for today. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday, February 17th. We have a very good show coming up for you today, and along that line, we remind you that if you have ideas that you would like to pass along to us that would make a great show, a guest segment, a topic, something we can either have someone here in studio or go out on location to capture, we would love to hear from you. Our email address is owatonatoday@charter.net, or you can call Leanne, our show producer, at 390-5751, and she'll be happy to talk with you about that. Also remember, too, at the very end of the program, we pass along a number of community announcements. If you have those that you would like to get to us, again, a great way to get them to us is just via our email, owatonatoday@charter.net, and we'll be happy to pass along events that are coming up in and around the area. After we come back from our first break, we will be talking From the Heart Half Marathon, unbelievably in its 8th year. We have Beth and Susan with us to talk about that. A little bit later on in the program, we're going to find out how to get organized. No, maybe someone who can help us get organized. Penny Hammond joins us from Outta Space Organizing later on in the program, and that'll be a great segment as well. So let's take this first break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back to talk From the Heart Half Marathon. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Gillard.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
There you go. Oh, thank you. Oh, hello. I'm John Terrell, and I play Elwood P. Dowd. And this is Harvey. He's my friend, and he plays Harvey the Puka in LTO's production of Harvey, directed by Shelley Whitehead. Performances of Harvey will be held Friday and Saturday, February 19th and 20th at 7:30 p.m., and a matinee on Sunday, February 21st at 2 p.m. Oh, yes, thanks for reminding me. And we'll have performance again the following Thursday through Saturday, February 25th, 26th, and 27th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org. Come on, say it with me, Harvey. Don't miss LTO's production of Harvey.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, February 17th. I have a tickle in my throat that's threatening, so we'll see if we can get through this. Beth Svenby, welcome.
Thank you.
And Susan Harlicker, welcome to you too.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about the event coming up for this year, a little bit about maybe past events. So Beth, if you can kind of get us started on the history. We're on the 8th year
We
of
are,
From
and
the
it's
Heart
hard
Half
to believe
Marathon.
that it is the 8th year. This year we'll be recognizing another 3 families, which takes us to 22 families, and we should go over $300,000 this year that we've been able to give away. So we're really proud of that, and have had a real great committee, a solid committee that's been with us all of those 8 years. So we do have our 8th race this year on May 7th,
Okay.
and a lot of festivities on May 6th as well to bring the weekend together.
Just a little bit for our viewers who may not have heard the story or know about it, but what as the organizer, what prompted you to do this way back when?
That is an odd story, and one that my husband shakes his head at. But I had heard about a lady in church one day that I didn't know, and she was a mother of 3 kids, and I'm a mom of 4 children. And she was had a diagnosis of breast cancer and was struggling down that journey. And so I went home and I went to bed that night, and I woke up the next morning and I said, to my husband. I said, I need to do something for this lady. And he's like, you don't know her. You need to go back to bed. You have enough going on in your life. Go back to bed. And
Stop this nonsense.
I said, okay. So I went back to bed the next night, and I woke up the next morning, and I said, no, I need to do something for her. And I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on a half marathon. We're going to call it From the Heart. Did it all come to me while I was sleeping? And
Oh my goodness.
he said, that's fine. Find some other people to help you with it. So I called some girlfriends and said, I need to do this. Will you help me? And they said, absolutely. And we've been together ever since. So it's kind of an unusual start. And, you can hardly not think that there was somebody else telling me that this is what I needed to do, and I just needed to do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, very powerful, I think, the message that you were getting that it needed to be done. And so, but it doesn't come without a lot of hard work. So gathering those people around you that were willing to see the vision through, was very important. So was there just one recipient then that first year, and that was the woman who you had
That first year we
heard
did
about?
have one recipient, Lisa Hillstead, and I did have a chance to meet her shortly before the race, which was a really special encounter. And we really didn't know what we were doing. We thought, well, we'll put on a race and we'll try to get 150 people, and that'll give the family a little bit of money, a little bit of emotional support to continue down this journey. And we ended up the first year with almost 800 people, and weren't quite prepared for that, and weren't quite sure how to handle that. But we're really pleased with the turnout, and then it's just come from there, where we've added a silent auction, a spaghetti supper. We now are up around 1,200, 1,300 runners each year.
Oh my goodness.
And have been able to, like I said, give away almost $300,000.
It's become quite the event. We're going to come back to that in a little more details on the event. Susan, if we could get to know kind of your story a little bit. You've been involved with the committee for 6 years, but your family was also a recipient of the monies raised.
Yes, we were. We were the second family, along with Steve Nelson. My son, Tyler Harlicker, was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And at the time, he had a very great prognosis. However, things didn't work out in our favor, and ended up relapsing and getting cancer again. So therefore, we were invited back the second time as recipients, which can get pretty emotional for me because it's such a highly emotional event. So Beth had suggested that we do something to keep Tyler's memory alive. And by that, we started a scholarship in his name. And we have been able to give 3 graduating seniors $1,000 apiece.
Wonderful
since 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is wonderful, and you've made yourself then very active in the event because you felt how much it benefited you, I'm sure financially as well as emotionally, like Beth was saying.
Absolutely.
A lot of great support for you there, too. And I'm sure you feel it from the other families.
Right.
Yeah, can we talk a little bit about those families that are recipients this year? Beth?
Absolutely. We've recently shared with the community our families, and we do have 3 families this year. Julie Bauer is our first recipient, and Julie has been actively involved in our community for many years. Her husband is a youth pastor for our Catholic churches in town, and she has been a teacher in our local district for several years, and was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. And her journey is quite elongated. Her treatment plan encompasses several months. And so she's somewhere, I would say, maybe in the middle of that treatment plan. And so we're really happy that we're going to be able to help her. Our second recipient is a lady named Royetta Spurgeon. And Royetta is an Owatonna graduate and now a mother of 2 little boys. And her husband are both local people and have a lot of relation still in the area. And Royetta was more newly diagnosed with breast cancer.
Okay.
And Julie also has breast cancer. I'm not sure if I had mentioned that or not. And so we're excited about that. And our third recipient is Don Hedinga. And his family is also very active in our community. And actually, this is the second time we've approached Don. We approached him last year. And even though he was in the midst of battling his own journey with cancer, he said, I'm sure that somebody else needs more help than me. And he's just one of those individuals who would give and give and give to others and has a hard time letting others support him as well. And so we did approach him on year 2. He's in his 3rd round of cancer, and are really, really pleased that he was willing to be one of our recipients this year, and we're honored to be able to help their family. They have children as well.
Okay. And we all know our families and our friends. I think none of us is immune to having been touched by cancer in some way, shape, or form. How do you choose? How do you choose the recipients over the years? Has that evolved into a process? Is it someone you hear about, or?
It is, and that is so challenging because there's so many people that need support, and we wish we could support and help everybody.
Of course you can.
But throughout the course of the year, we receive several emails on our website, which is basically our starting point.
Okay.
And we bring our committee together and talk about situations that people are going through, other fundraisers that people may have that were able to financially help and support them previously.
Okay.
Because we want to make sure that we can stretch out and reach out to those people that may have not had any financial or emotional support to this point.
Okay, so it sounds like a very thoughtful process, I guess, with the information that you receive on your website.
Right, yes.
All right, well, good. Thank you for letting us get to know those recipients a little bit more. Down to the nitty-gritty, I guess. The event is coming up on, and it sounds like a little bit far away when we're here in February, but it's really not. It comes up quickly with all the preparations, and I know you like to get as much done ahead of time as you can. But the race day is actually Saturday, May 7th.
Correct.
And then there's all sorts of activities that go on Friday as well. So let's talk about all of those.
We do. We have a really exciting weekend, and it is Mother's Day weekend, so we encourage those to bring their moms out and participate in all of the events as a family. And that's one of the things that we like to see the most each year is full families and grandparents and grandkids, and just a really nice variety of people show up for the race. But anyways, on Friday night, we'll start with our spaghetti supper.
Okay.
And we have a big silent auction with wonderful items as well, and we'll do a bake sale this year, which is a new addition to our race. And all the runners and walkers will come and pick up their race packets, and it's at the junior high, and the junior high has been fantastic to us, especially huge kudos to the kitchen staff at the junior high who put together 900 spaghetti meals in a short time frame for us each year. They're wonderful to work with.
Way to go, lunch ladies.
Way to go, yes.
I know that's
we could not do it without them.
Correct term anymore,
we appreciate them very much. And then on Saturday morning, we kick off a half marathon. We have a half marathon relay in case 2 individuals only want to run half of those 13 miles, and a 5K run walk, and a 1 mile kids fun run.
So there are opportunities for everyone to be involved with the run. You don't have to be a half marathon runner. Right. You've got the walks, you've got your family, you've got the relay, which is a really nice option too.
Right.
So, are you a runner, Susan?
I am not. I'm a walker.
Okay.
I
good.
walk, and there's plenty
I'm
of
with
us.
I'm with you there.
There is a lot.
One of the things that we want to talk about too, and you're both wearing them, but can I have you stand up and show your pre-race? These are pre-race T-shirts, right?
They are.
And it's based on. It's after the Dr. Seuss, of course. I do not like cancer here or there. I do not like cancer anywhere. After the Green Eggs and Ham, right? Is that the book that we're thinking of?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're super cute, and people can purchase these, and that helps to raise funds as well.
It does, and we're going to sell these this year for the first time in 2 different colors. Susan has the green and then the gray, of course, and you can purchase those at Washington Elementary or Profinium Bank, or by just contacting me with the information that you'll see on the screen here in a little bit.
And I think we've got your phone number there, and we've got a website to drive people to, so if you're at all interested in being a part of the race, and this is a race, it's for those that are serious about their half marathon.
Oh, sure.
It's a serious race for those folks, right?
Right, and it's a certified course, so you can use your finishing time to qualify to run other races as well. So it's it's evolved into something that a lot of runners really look forward to.
Well, thank you very much, and we hope for a very successful event again this year. And I do know that to find out a little bit more about the families, there will be articles today, tomorrow, and Friday that will be talking about the recipients too. So if our viewers want to get to know them a little bit more than the snapshot we gave here.
And I should say as well, all the registration forms are available and up on our website. So if you go there, you can electronically register or via paper.
All right. 8th annual From the Heart Half Marathon. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Beth.
Thank you so
Have a great
much.
event this year.
Thank you.
We'll take a break for our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Eric with the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. A heated swimming pool, sauna, running track, cardio room, basketball court, weight room, and 6 tennis courts are among the amenities you can enjoy at our facility. We have a variety of membership packages available to meet the needs of everyone, or you can simply drop in for the day. Stop out today and take advantage of all we have to offer. West Hills Tennis and Fitness, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Shawn McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care,
where we provide optimum living activities to keep our residents engaged in life.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back, and thank you again for joining us here on Wednesday, February 17th for the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. Now, I have to giggle just a little bit before I start with Penny, and here's why. Because Penny is such an organized guest that I even have a little bit of a commercial to intro her. She sent me this. I love it. I know Penny through a couple of other encounters that we've had together, and so I'm very pleased to be having her here to talk with you. But I can tell you that she is the creator of Outta Space Organizing, based in southern Minnesota, and provides professional organizing services both locally and virtually. She is a member of the National Association of Professional Organizers and is a featured organizer on the website senioradvisor.com and a supporter of veteranaid.org. She serves as a catalyst for busy families, and we all are, and professionals who are striving to live an organized lifestyle, one that nourishes their soul and empowers them for the future. And we'll talk a little bit about this, but she finished her training in 2010 to be a certified life coach and then founded Outta Space Organizing based on the core belief that transforming the space in which you live can ultimately transform your life. And I loved all of that, so I had to read it.
Good, I'm glad.
But it does speak to your organizational skills.
Yes.
And I guess a big question that I have when I find people who are unlike me, and that is not very organized, were you always this way?
I was, because there's a feeling of control.
Mm-hmm.
So even as a child, I liked to be organized.
Okay.
I wasn't over the top,
Right.
but I liked to know where my things were.
Okay.
I could find them easily.
Okay.
I don't like rushing.
Right.
It really stresses me when that happens. So I try to avoid it, and I take the steps to do that. And a lot of people live like that all the time. They can't find their keys, they can't find the purse, their phone, the kids can't find their homework, and everybody's stress level rises, and then they kind of are snarky with each other. And so I try to avoid it. So yes, I pretty much have always been organized.
That's amazing. Did you ever share a room with a sibling?
I did not.
Okay. Well, and the only reason I asked that is because, sorry, sister, but I shared a room with my sister, and I was, though I'm not extremely organized, I was very neat, but her half of the room was not, and I literally was one of those kids that wanted to draw the line down.
Sure,
That's your side of the closet. I can't even stand to look at it, and your bed, and
Exactly.
So I understand that it can cause stress in a lot of ways.
It really does.
I love my sister, by the way. We're best friends now.
That's good. That's good. You can even have a partner, a spouse, a child, and they make you nuts. But I'm able to work with the family. So I would, if you had hired me, and it was you and your sister, we would put your sister sort of aside. And I would work with you first.
Okay.
Part of it is to help you accept her.
Which I ultimately had to.
Okay. And that's where my life coach training comes in.
Sure.
There's so many reasons people are unorganized or disorganized. And I help people identify those. People think, oh, I just have too much stuff. I don't have enough room. My house is too small. And that can be some of it, but maybe you have a new job. Maybe you just moved. That's one of my favorite times to work with people.
Sure.
Creating a new home.
Great opportunity.
Finding the storage they're not seeing because they are nuts. They are just nuts. There's an emotional roller coaster that they're riding, and I can help them make that transition a lot smoother.
Someone I knew in my life said one time, we fill the space that we have available to us.
Well,
and he said, you move into a bigger office or a bigger house or a this or a that, and he said, we tend as human beings to fill the space that we have.
We tend to spread out,
Yeah.
but it isn't always a healthy thing for us to do.
I believe that.
And people do collect. Then they don't know what to do with it. I had someone reach out, she has a precious moments collection. She doesn't know what to do with it anymore, and she doesn't have the space to display it. So I've been taking some steps to help her.
In your journey through life coaching and helping people organize and declutter, what are some of the biggest challenges that you've maybe seen?
A lot of times it's people need to get to the point to reach out for help.
Okay.
They've tried to do it alone. They tell themselves, I should be able to do this. I'm smart. I have a big enough house, and they tend to blame somebody else. Maybe it's that sister or that spouse, and they're frustrated. And then when they finally do reach out, I'm able to teach them the why they are unorganized or disorganized. Sometimes it's called situational or chronic, and there's a huge relief for people to know that there's nothing wrong with them, that they're not a bad person, that they need to take the time to establish a home for all of their items. Because clutter really is postponed decisions.
Okay, that's a very interesting way of looking at it, and very true.
Yes, and you leave it out because you want to remember to do something. You're afraid if you put it away, you won't remember where it is.
Right.
And we make it very hard to get at our stuff. If you have to move 3 boxes and get a ladder to get at something you use fairly regularly, you'll just leave it out.
Yeah.
Because it's
and
it's
now
easier.
it's cluttering up a space that it's not supposed to be
Correct.
in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when someone reaches out, they've reached a point or they've heard you talk here and then they say, oh, Penny, you are speaking to me. Then how do they, what's kind of the starting process? What do people get when they work with you?
Well, first of all, I do a complimentary 30-minute phone call.
Okay.
I need to hear them speak. I need to hear them tell me what's the matter. And they need to hear me as well. I'm not a fit for everybody. I'm a fit for many people. I don't like to work with people who are blaming and very negative.
Sure.
And once they start to talk and they say what the problem is, it might be the first time they verbalized it. It's very, very freeing. And they're welcoming me into their home. They might be overwhelmed, embarrassed, guilty. They're very vulnerable. And I try to make them feel comfortable to do that, to welcome me into their home.
Okay. Now with technology, not only are you able to do this in person with someone, but you can also help someone virtually if need be.
I can, and I do that through pictures or Skype. A way I really love is if I've been in your home and I've helped you. People are always afraid of backsliding. How will I ever keep up? Oh my gosh, now look I got a pile again.
Yep, and Penny's gone.
And she's not coming back for 3 weeks. So I'm able to coach them. It's a separate program where it's a 3-month commitment. You need at least 3 months. And I speak with them every 2 weeks for 30 to 45 minutes. We look at what's happening, what's happened, bring them back up to where they want to be. It's just that ongoing support and accountability. And that combination tends to be a real winner for
well,
people.
we have to be repetitious to form new habits.
Correct.
And if our old habits, and there is backsliding in a lot of things that we do, but if you are there to support them
Correct.
along that line, that's got to be very helpful. There's quite a bit of psychology involved in what you do, isn't there?
There is, and that's where the life coaching comes in. Plus, as a member of the National Association of Professional Organizers, there's a lot of extra training that I have access to and that I've taken to help my clients. And sometimes my client is the adult child, and the parent needs to downsize. That adult child lives in Denver and has a job and kids, and they want to fly in for a week and help mom and dad unload 50 years of treasures. And I can help in that case.
Help in that case. We have your contact information there on the screen, your phone number, your website is wonderful.
Thank you.
If you get a chance, head to her website. She's got all sorts of helpful tips on there and tricks and things that you can do even just to kind of get a start and see. But by all means, if you think that that you're a good candidate for Penny and that she would be able to help you, give her a call. She is Outta Space Organizing, and she'd be glad to talk with you, like you said, and find out if it's a good fit for you. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And best of luck. I know you've created a very successful business, and as you continue forward helping many of us.
There you go. Call me.
Thank you, Penny. Thank you. We'll take a break for our sponsors, and we'll be back to wrap up for today.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
And it's time to wrap up on this Wednesday, February 17th with a few announcements. Ann Peterson, Museum Director of the Minnesota State Public School Orphanage Museum, will be speaking at the Steele County History Center. That will be tomorrow, February 18th at 7 o'clock in the evening. The subject will be stories from the state school, desertion, indenture, and murder. Admission to the lecture is free for Steele County Historical Society members and $2 for non-members. Around the World Food and Brew Fest, another event going on at the History Center, will be this Friday, February 19th. It includes food sampling from 10 countries, admission to the History Center exhibits, and homebrew judging. Also live entertainment from Ray and Mary Beeson from 7 to 9 o'clock. All sorts of countries included in there. Food from Italy, Mexico, El Salvador, Germany, Latvia, China, Russia, Haiti, and Syria. So fascinating. Tickets are available. They're $25 each. They're available at Triumph Graphics, Kotke Jewelers, and the Steele County History Center itself. Little Theater of Owatonna has its winter play Harvey beginning this Friday and again on Saturday, and then the following weekend, the 25th, 26th, and 27th at 7:30. February 21st, this Sunday, will be a 2 p.m. show, and of course you can get those tickets at the box office. They are also announcing auditions for their upcoming April show. The children's role, auditions for children 10 years and older, will be this Sunday, February 21st from 6 to 8 p.m., and the adult auditions will be on Monday, February 22nd from 6 to 8 at Little Theater. If you would like more information, the scripts are available to check out at the Owatonna Public Library, and you can contact Sandy Hardy-Hagan at 475-1094 for more information. Coming up on Friday's program, we hope you join us. The entire program is dedicated to the OHS robotics team, the program that is overseen by Owatonna Options. So we're looking forward to getting to know the kids and their projects and seeing what's going on this year. So that will be on Friday's program. Until then, have a great day. We'll see you Friday.